Hey guys, what's up? It's Sunday, which is kind of weird for me. It's really weird to be filming on a Sunday, let alone be filming the second video of the week. So that's pretty interesting. So in 2 days, on Tuesday at 11 o'clock in the morning, it will have been 2 weeks since I have taken my last final exam for the first year of my schooling at U of A. It's a little hard to get out. So it's an appropriate time to start talking about finals now that they're quote unquote done. God, I don't like finals. A lot of people I know don't like finals either. But I do so well on the practical parts. I get 90s and everything on all the practical labs or essays or blah blah blah. And then when it comes to an exam, I used to be good at exams, but now I'm just not as good. And now when it comes to exams, I get indecent marks. And this isn't the best thing when it has to do with like the way that they grade things in university. In university, the practical aspect, or at the U of A, the practical aspect most of the time doesn't even matter. It's like 10% max for all those 90s that you got, so you're getting 9%. And then the rest of it is like midterms take up at least like 30%, and finals take up, it depends on how the class goes, but generally they take up 50% of your grade. So it's kind of ridiculous when you're just not a person that works that way. But nonetheless, finals happened, and oh god, they happened. I had my first final, which was my worst final, only because like I wasn't doing so well in the class, and it wasn't, there was more mathematics to it. In anthropology or in biology, it was a lot of memorization, so I'm generally better at that. But when he did in biology, it was more you have to make you have to make judgments based on the stuff that you've memorized, because it should be common sense. But that's hard if you the amount of stuff that he made us memorize is just completely oh god. I'm like, my brain, man, oh god. And then as for chemistry, it's just there's a lot more mathematics, so that was definitely my worst one. And it's the only one I haven't got my grade back for. Like, I've gotten my grade back for biology, which was my last exam, which was Tuesday, and anthropology, which was my second last exam, which was Monday. So it's almost been a week since then. I've gotten those marks back already. Even like my final marks, like I've gotten my final grade and my total grade. My grade from my final exam and my final grade. So I've gotten both those marks back, but for chemistry, which I had taken not last Thursday, but the Thursday before that, so it's already been over a week, I haven't gotten that grade back, so that's annoying, because that's the one I'm really stressing about, because it's all about a curve. But in any case, my finals are done, and it is what it is. Now, I just have to take what I have and move forward. Just a few things about finals, I guess. Things that I prefer. When it comes to finals, I'd rather have my finals in the morning. There's a lot of people that would like their finals in the afternoon, but it just doesn't work for me. I want my final to be at 9 in the morning. That's like the earliest it can be. I want it to be at 9 in the morning because then I just wake up, I get there, and I have no extra time to stress. Because I'm somebody who gets to a place like really early. My finals, 2 of them were at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and I was there waiting at 11. So I had 3 hours each time to just stress. And like, the reason I don't like to study on the day, because then I don't get to study all of it, and if I don't study all of it, I might miss something, or I might make some things more important than the other things, and I just don't like that. So I'm just sitting there for 3 hours stressing about the exam, and there's nothing I can do about that. I try to listen to music, and I try to do like a bunch of like calming things, but it just doesn't work. So I prefer to have my exams in the mornings because then I have less time to worry, and that way the exams are out of the way earlier, and I can then study for my next exam, because sometimes they're days after days, so it's like one exam is this day, the other exam is the next day. That way I can also get home earlier and start studying and preparing for my exam the next day with more time, rather than just worrying, because I won't study either for an exam that's not the exam that I'm taking. Like, if it's that day, right, I had those 3 hours, I won't study for my next exam, and I won't study for the exam I'm taking, because for one reason, I won't study for the next exam because I don't want to get my head focusing on that stuff. And as previously stated, I just don't want to put too much importance on something for that test that may not be needed. I like to have my final exams in the morning rather than the afternoon. I also like to do a few other things. Like, I'd love it if we could have our exams in the classrooms in which we take the class, because I'm big on drawing things together. Like, it's all sense memory. When you take an exam in the classroom that you're learning it, that sense or that location will bring back memories to you about that subject. But that's why, to kind of combat this, I will chew a specific type of gum, and usually minty gum, but I will chew a specific type of gum while I'm studying, because then that sense or taste memory will come back to me as I'm chewing that gum during the final. I'm not like totally sure if we're allowed to chew gum, so I just kind of hide it like under my leg, and then I like take it out and I like start chewing it really quietly. But just so that's one of the things I do. My friend mentioned that she would rub her thumb or play with her watch or something, and so when she was in the final, she would have that to work with. As for another thing I do for finals, or any exam really, I take a brand new pencil into every exam that I ever take, and then I hold it up. So do I have a pencil around here? No, but I have a pen, so let's take that. So I hold up the pencil, I hold it up and I say, I'm gonna have to do pen for this one. This pen has never made a mistake. And I do that right before I start writing. And that means that I'm like extra stressed when I'm filling out the bubble sheet for like just my name and my identification number and all that stuff, because I'm like, don't make a mistake, because this pencil or pen is very important to me that it doesn't make a mistake. So when I'm about to start the exam, I say, this pencil or pen mainly pencil has never made a mistake. My friend Ryan will do things like, I've got you or something. She'll take up the paper and she's like, I got you, I got this, I'm ready, or something like that. Yeah. As well, I like to be in a quiet space, and I like to have my music up until about like 10 minutes to the exam. So then like my music is on my phone, and you gotta shut off your phone. So I'll have my music. And one of the songs that I used to do in high school before a physics exam was Down to the River to Pray. So it's nice and soothing. It's like, I went down to the river to pray, studying about that good old way, and who shall wear the robe and crown? Good Lord, show me the way. Like, and it's just kind of like soft and flowing, and so I really enjoy that. And sometimes it'll be a different song. Like, sometimes I study with a specific song, because I've always read novels that way, where I have a specific song on repeat while I'm reading novels. So when I hear that music, it just takes me back. So that's one of those sense things, right? So sometimes I'll do that. But then 10 minutes too, I'll take like at least 5 minutes to just like breathe and meditate and stuff, and try to block out the world around me. Because I find that's very important for me, to just try and calm everything because I get super stressed. Like, I have major test anxiety. And you know, one of the things they say to like combat test anxiety is to get good sleep. But I don't get good sleep. I'm an insomniac. Like, it's just not something that works for me. And so like the night before the exam, even exams that I'm not like worried about, I'm just awake. Like, on my philosophy exam last semester, I didn't sleep before that exam, and for most of these exams this semester, I didn't sleep either. So I'm up, like, there was my bio exam, my anthropology exam, and then there was a Sunday. So I was basically up, let's see, noon, 24, 48, like, I was up for over 50 hours, I'd say. And before, like, I fell asleep. Actually, I was up for longer than that because after I finished my biology exam, I got home, took like a nap where I didn't actually nap for about 20 minutes before I got ready to drive the 2-hour trip home to my hometown. And then I was up until midnight that night. So I was up for like a solid 60 hours, actually, I would say, at least, at minimum. So yeah, exams put like a lot of major stress on me, and it's not really great. And I turn to bad like outlets, like I turn to food, and I hate that. I hate that one of the things that like I do when I'm super stressed is like feel this need that I need to eat or something, just like to I don't know why. I really wish that I could do like these things better, that like I could be better at handling my test anxiety, and that I could do better at finals and be better at taking exams. But it's just that's what it is. Like, if it was an exam, you could give me 2 different things, or like just ask me questions, or you know, like get me to figure things out. But if it wasn't labeled as an exam, I'm more likely to pass and succeed. That's the thing about finals. I keep spilling on myself. I feel that that's how a lot of like the majority of the population feels about exams. I feel that like I used to be like, I don't really care. Like, I'd always get anxiety, but I'd never really do bad. But now I don't do as well as I used to, and that makes the stress of exams that are now worth even more that much more terrifying. Last semester, I didn't even get to process any of this. Last semester, my last exam was on the 22nd, and then I drove home the next morning, and it's like, you know, it was December, so it was basically Christmas, and so it was like, oh, it's nice to be done for Christmas break, but I don't know how to deal with this semester. For one thing, because I don't have all of my grades back, and that stresses me out. And for another, it's been almost a week, right, since I'm done, and I'm still feeling like this anxiety from exams. I don't know how to deal with free time because I'm constantly stressed. I don't know what it's like to have free time, or like what to do with that. Because I'm just like, I have all this free time, and I'm like, what do I do? Because mainly I try to keep my place clean so that I don't have to deal with that, and then, I don't want to waste any of my time. Like, I want to use my time to the fullest extent, so I'm like, I love to read, but is that what I want to do? Like, I shouldn't feel like it's something stressful to do something that I want to do, and that's why I wanted to take this month and just write to my heart's content and do whatever I want to do. But now that finals are over, I'm like, what do I want to do? Like, don't get me wrong, I'm super excited to be done, like, my first year of university. It's kind of crazy. It's really thrown me for a loop, but finals have put me like all out of whack. And I know this isn't necessarily probably what other people would think is like a funny finals video, you know, where somebody does skits, and I do plan to do something like that, just not with this video, because a lot of the time I just feel like this need, and that's why I make these videos sometimes. I just feel this need to like express these thoughts, because if I don't, like, I don't have the person to talk to about it, and I'm like, I just need to get them out there. So like with this video, it's more just or a lot of my previous videos, it's more just me like talking, and I hope that's okay, because that's I really don't care, because that's just what I want to do with these videos, and that's what I'm going to do with these videos. And then, yeah, but I do intend to, yeah, but it's running in the bush. Yeah, but I do intend to make a video that's more funny about finals, just not this year, probably next year when I'm not as, like, uncertain about my life. And like even this one wasn't even really a rant, it's just me talking about my thoughts, and I do feel that my rants are way more funny, because I'll watch my rants and I'll laugh, like, it's because I'm like, I totally understand, but of course I understand because it's freaking me talking and discussing these ideas. I really hope this was a quicker video. I have no idea, it probably wasn't, but maybe it is, we don't know. And anyway, I'd love to know your guys' thoughts on finals, especially because that would help make a better video in the future. So, if you have anything to say about finals, please put it in the comments below. If you like this video, you can like it down there or subscribe. It doesn't matter to me either way, whatever you want, as long as it makes you happy, that's great. But mainly, I'm Journal Girl, and I really hope that you have a great weekend, a great month, a great summer, and I'll see you this week. I'll see you this week, because I'm sure that this video won't be up Sunday. I'm sure it'll be up like a Monday or something, and then I should be seeing you Friday. I almost forgot! Quote of the week! It hurts less to fight smart than it does to fight stupid. Alright guys, well, see you.